And he's like,
that doesn't make it better.
No. Also, I forgot. I took this note. But my next note is Dr. Chris is uglier than I remember.
I wrote down he looks ... worse.
Yeah. Dr. Chris is uglier than I remember. He just not. Owen looks better and Dr. Chris looks worse. And I don't know how to feel.
What is season 11 world here?
Season 11 is an AU where Owen is hot and Dr. Chris is terrible.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay, now we're with Casey, and now I remember the Casey stuff.
Yeah, it's
Casey,
very brief.
So the baby's asleep, and Casey's like, all right, I'm going to Dave's now, bye. And Jenna's like, I thought we could hang out now that the baby is asleep. And he's like, oh, yeah, okay. And then
yeah, right, we're in a relationship, and we live together.
She makes him watch Dancing with the Stars.
Casey is kind of
the worst.
He sucks, but he's at least not complaining about watching Dancing with the Stars and staying home. So I feel like he could be being worse in this one specific moment.
But after the specific moment, he gets worse.
Oh, that is for sure.
But then Anya,
Anya admits putting all of her eggs in one goddamn basket.
Yeah, so Anya and Dr. Chris are talking about school, and she's like, I only applied to TU. Like, I wanted to be close to my mom and to you. And basically, and I'm like, oh no, this is too much. And then the waitress comes over and is like, all right, do you guys want dessert? And Dr. Chris looks like he does not want dessert. And
nope.
Anya's like, oh yeah, the fried ice cream is scrumptious. And
she does say scrumptious.
And he's like, no, thank you. And then she's like, don't worry, I don't have to go home tonight. I can go home with you, basically. And he's also does not look stoked on that.
No, he is freaking out because she was like, yeah, I only applied to this school to be near you. And he's like, what is happening?
Yeah. Like, this is what happens when you encourage 18-year-olds.
Yeah.
Or 17-year-olds.
This is what happens when you date a teenager. That's actually one of my notes later on.
Yeah. And then he's like, actually, I was offered a job at Doctors Without Borders, and I'm going to Kenya. I'm going to be gone for a year. And I, half expected this to be a lie.
Yeah, me too.
When she showed up at the hospital and he was there and, his people were there, I thought he was going to be like, you can't be here. I'm not actually going to Africa. I can't date you. You're young. But he didn't say that. I
still low-key think that maybe he's not going to Kenya.
I kind of hope it's a lie, because the way, if we just take everything at face value, it still kind of low-key seems like, at least the information he's giving her is this is the only reason why we're not dating.
Yeah.
He's still being really cagey and ambivalent about it, because he probably doesn't want to hurt her feelings or whatever, but it's you have to be extremely straightforward in this kind of situation.
Yeah.
And he is not being that.
No, he's being weird.
But then...
And she's sad, and she's back at school, and Owen
Yeah, because I wrote down, oh God, why are you still making him okay with the creepy situation, though? He's like, sorry, I'm going to Africa. Maybe we'll see what happens when I get back. He, gives her hope. I don't remember what he says.
He's like, I'll come back in a year.
Yeah. Which is, he's just, delaying the inevitable, because he's a coward.
He is a big, ugly coward. And he's trying, this is what happens when you date teenagers.
Yeah.
When you're an adult, you dummy.
Yeah. But yeah, then we're at school. I just wrote down Owen not a good time, because he's bugging Anya, and then in parentheses I put, never a good time. Yeah.
Yeah, no, my note is go away, Owen.
And then I wrote, why does everyone in this show go to Africa? Because remember, Marco went there for a summer too with Caitlin, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And then also never forget Darcy. Yes, obviously.
And then my next note is that Owen looks a little bit like a friend of mine, and it's really throwing me off. Now that he looks better, he looks like someone that I'm friends with, so I'm feel more endeared towards him, even though he sucks. It's very confusing.
Oh God, it's terrible. But then, and I don't know, he's bothering her, and she's like, I'm upset because Dr. Chris, and I don't really remember how this ended, but then she checks her email, and surprise, surprise, she didn't get into TU. And
because first she's talking to Holly J, and she's crying, and Holly J's like, what happened with Dr. Chris? Did he end it? Blah blah blah. And then she's like, he's going to Kenya to save babies or something,
right?
And Holly J's like, that bastard, because Holly J's amazing. And then she checks her email, which I have a question.
Or the college portal or whatever.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I also only applied to one school, and they were old school about acceptance and sent me a letter in the mail. is this how college acceptance is now? You like go on the
This
website.
is how it was when we were still applying.
You
Yeah.
just go on. Like I definitely
Like,
applied
it
on the
wasn't-
website, but I didn't get my response on the website.
It
I got a
wasn't-
letter.
It wasn't every school I applied to, but all of like the UC schools have a portal and they give you a date to check. And they still send you a letter, but to find out immediately, there were some of the schools I applied to, you could just like check it on a certain date that they gave out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, because
Definitely.
SBA just like sent me a old school like package in the mail.
Yeah. I mean, you still get a letter whether you got in or not, but you can find out faster if you check online.
That makes
Because
sense.
especially if you get in, they always send you like the big envelope package deal. But yeah, no, this was a thing in like 2010, probably 2009 too.
Probably 2009. I just like
But you only applied to one school. That was old school.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I applied to 11.
Well, I only applied to one because I already knew that I was in
Oh yeah.
when I applied because I had like a portfolio review.
There you go. That makes sense.
And they were like, yeah, no, you're accepted. Just like send us your stuff. Because they also didn't care that much about like grades as long as you had like at least a C average. And they
that's
also
nice.
and they also didn't, well, it's art school, and they also didn't care about like SAT scores.
Nice.
And I was like, I have a like B average, so I think I'm all right.
So you got a leg up.
I got a leg up on all the other dummies.
Yeah,
So
I don't know. I
only
applied to like
one.
11 schools because I had no idea what I wanted to do.
I thought I was applying to a lot more, so I like handled all of my like letters of recommendation first. So a whole bunch of art schools across the country got letters of recommendation
Without an
for me
application.
without an application.
Oh boy. Anyway, yes, she checks like the school portal. She doesn't get in.
Which obviously.
And then we're with Connor and Wesley again.
But wait, I have one more note about this. Sorry. And then she like at first she looks sad and then she looks happy, and that's when I'm like, oh no,
Yeah.
she's gonna tell Dr. Chris that she can go to Africa
Yeah.
because she's
'Cause
stupid.
she's crazy. But then we're with Connor and Wesley's like, you can't stare. Girls think it's weird. And
Connor says, then why do they wear tight shirts? Which
I'm
like
like,
bums
oh,
me
boy.
out. And Wesley's like, some sort of test, I guess. I'm not sure.
Oh, Wesley. And then Wesley's like, you know what? Like, let's get you a girlfriend. Like, maybe that's what you need. And Connor's like, I don't want a girlfriend. And Wesley's like, everybody wants a girlfriend. Double dates, late night study buddies. And
Which is kind of sweet. But
and he
also Connor
also
doesn't want a
earlier
girlfriend.
he says memories are just another body part.
Yes, he does.
And yeah, but Connor doesn't want a girlfriend because I don't think he is there yet.
I don't think so. He may never be there.
Yeah.
He might be asexual.
And-
I don't know where this
And
goes.
then Connor says, have I ever led you astray? And Connor says, twice.
Because he would remember specifically how many times
Yeah.
Wes has led him astray.
But then we're back with Bianca and Drew, and they're happy
And
because
they're
it seems like
celebrating.
this nonsense is over when it clearly is not over.
Well, yeah, they're like happy. Is there
feel like
gonna be
they-
a trial?
I have no idea. Like, I have no idea what's going on.
Me neither.
I feel like, were they like, it was self-defense, it's fine? But I don't remember if it was, like, resolved. Or
I have
if,
no
like,
idea.
I have no idea if charges were pressed or if they need to. I have no idea. Maybe they, like, cut a bargain and they're like, it was self-defense, I'm sorry. I have no idea.
I have no idea.
I need more information. And then they skip school to, like, go make out or something.
Yep.
And then we're with Casey and Jenna.
And
they're-
Casey is being sneaky.
Oh my god! And the baby's crying, and they're very overwhelmed. And Casey is like, I need to go get diapers. We're out of them, even though they're not out of diapers. And he like sneaks out, and he's being shitty.
Yep. And then Anya is low-key stalking Dr. Chris and shows up to the
Shows up at
hospital. And she's
I
like,
just
I'll
wrote
go
down-
to Africa with you. Good news.
And he's rightfully mega creeped out.
Yep, because my note is, Anya, this is cray.
Yeah, I wrote, oh my god, Anya, no, you can't just show up. Anya, you cannot do this.
And then my next note is when he's like breaking up with her and she's freaking out. My next note is, Dr. Chris, this is why we don't date teenagers.
Exactly. But first we're with Casey, who like escapes to little mistakes to like
Oh,
watch.
did we? I thought he broke up with her first.
Does he?
Yeah, he breaks up with her.
Oh yeah, she does.
He breaks up with her and she storms out in her schoolgirl outfit. And then we're with Casey.
But isn't he like, he's like, Anya, like, I'm sorry. And she's like, don't, or something, which I kind of liked.
It's very dramatic. And then Casey is at Little Mistakes. And I like that he's like, it's framed. He's there and he's like a deadbeat dad at a dive bar. Like, it's hilarious.
But he's like 15 and like drinking a soda, watching basketball or something. And
at Little Mistakes.
And then he asked for a job application. And I'm like, oh boy, this is your escape, you dummy. I mean, you probably do need a job. You do have a child, but it's like, you're doing this for all the wrong reasons. It's because you don't want to be at home with your baby. At least that's the vibe I was picking up.
Yeah.
And then we learned that the detective couldn't hold Vince any longer. And Drew has a restraining order against him, but he is freaking out.
Yeah, and rightfully so.
And then
he's a gang member. I really don't think that he's going to be like, cool, restraining order, that'll keep me.
Yeah, and then his mom is like, I warned you about that girl. Like,
obviously she's blaming Bianca.
And she can't.
And she says she can't change her past.
And now neither can you. And yeah, it's like his mom's kind of shitty, but it's like, Bianca is kind of shitty. She said that shitty thing to Adam, which I'm like, feel bad that I forgot about.
Me too.
Because the show like semi-manipulated me into forgetting that it happened.
It fully manipulated us. I've said it before and I'll say it again. TV with the right soundtrack can manipulate me into believing anything, really.
Oh, 100%.
Like, it can manipulate my emotions.
But then we are with Anya, and she shows up to Fiona's house. But surprise, they throw a surprise party for her.
Which is, like, I mean, she's sad, and this is terrible timing. But also, I love a surprise party. If you ever want to make me happy, throw me a surprise party. But my friends, when I was 18, threw me a surprise party for my 18th birthday.
Never throw me a surprise party.
I would never, because I know you and I know you'd hate it.
I would freak out.
You would hate it. I love a surprise party.
I barely like parties.
I love a party. I love a surprise party.
For myself.
Well, yeah, because we have that whole introvert-extrovert dynamic between us.
Yeah.
But yeah, my friends for my 18th birthday threw me a surprise party, and it was very fun. It was a good time.
But Anya's like in a delicate place and is like,
yes.
I guess this is happening now.
Yes. Also, can I say that in the background at the very beginning of the party, they're playing the 4 Year Strong cover of Love Song by Sarah Bareilles.
Oh my God.
which it's like really, really background music, but I picked it up right away.
And then Connor is like, I'm at this party to like meet a girlfriend, and goes to talk to Fiona. And I'm like, oh no,
bad choice.
First
Barking
of all,
up the wrong tree for
Fiona
so many
is
reasons.
Gay and out. I wrote down, Connor, no, Fiona is gay and out of your league.
Seriously. But shortly before this,
and he talks about cheese.
He does. And the bacteria. Which I didn't know it was only 4 kinds of bacteria. See, I would have found that to be interesting.
Really? If a boy at a party came up to you and started talking to you about cheese bacteria, you would be into it?
Well, I'm lactose intolerant, so I'm not going to eat the cheese anyway. If anything, these are just fun facts. This is not affecting my diet.
Okay.
But shortly before Connor is awkward, he's talking to Wes and Hannah, and she's like, how did you get into this party? And Wesley's like, well, you know, Anya and I are friends.
Right.
Kind of. And Connor, just brutal forever, says they're probably just looking to fill the room. Which I didn't want us to skip that line because it's hilarious.
Fucking Connor.
And then
he starts snooping.
Oh, but right before he talks to Fiona, sorry, I keep going back because there are like little things that I just really want to harp on.
Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to this podcast. Wes leaves him alone. You don't drag a person to a party who doesn't want to go to the party and then abandon them.
That's a shitty thing to do.
That's a dick move. Like, if I am making someone go to a party with me because I don't want to go alone, they will be at my side the whole time.
Yeah, this has happened to me many times. And
like,
it's the fucking worst.
That's a fucked up move.
It's the fucking worst.
That is a fucked up move. Like, I would never drag you to a party and then, like, abandon you.
No.
Like, you will be by my side throughout the entire party. The reason I'm dragging you is because I want to spend time with you at this other thing.
Exactly.
Like, Wes, god damn it.
It's the fucking worst.
It's a dick move.
Especially when it's, like, a friend you know is not going to go out of their way to talk to other people. It's like, no. Anyway, Then Connor starts snooping in Fiona's underwear drawer, and I hate it.
I hate it. And then he steals underwear.
And I hate it. And I hate this so much.
This is my least favorite plotline that's ever happened.
And then Anya, like, comes in while he's doing this,